So, can you tell us one thing that people are misunderstood about being a surgeon?
It depends on surgeon to surgeon, individual basis, but if we consider as a whole, probably there is still a bit of scariness.
So, mostly we see people struggle with one career. So, how do you manage so much? Means, you are multi-talented and being a singer, being an surgeon, being an writer. How do you manage all that?
Yes, in human body, we have autonomous nervous system, sympathetic, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic is for attending to emergency situation, a stressful situation. If I'm doing a surgery, any emergency, parasympathetic is for rest and relaxation and eating, digestion. When I organize myself, my body enables me to act properly, efficiently, and excellently at different.
Hey everyone, my name is Spandan Mondal and this is Discovering Out. This show is all about a kid who is struggling and having big dreams and is trying to learn every day by building businesses and making mistakes.
Before we start this conversation, I would like to ask you, was there any moment in your life, like how you handle this all, being an singer, being an surgeon, being an writer? How do you manage all this?
So I'm more like a Renaissance artist, a polymath who loves to wear multiple hats, specific chosen ones. So from the very childhood, I always wanted to be singer, actress, and author. And my father is a doctor as well. I always had this passion for natural immortality for all human beings in the world. I'd feel very sad if anyone falls sick or they get any disease. I don't like people dying. So I had this passion of learning about human body, which helped me become a doctor in surgery. And I always have this great passion for singing and being an actress, celebrity, author. So it's a beautiful journey, and I managed this very well with my dedication and heart.
Okay, so ever have you ever realized like you were struggling and you were not able to work properly?
In my journey. A struggle, I would say, not much, but there are few struggles in every journey, in every ambition, in every dream you decide for yourself, any goal you set for yourself. There are some hurdles, there are some problems which you need to overcome. So I consider myself very blessed, to be honest, and very fortunate to have enough resources and facilities to myself to study well, go to a greater school, college, and refine my talents well. So I thank the God Almighty for the blessings and not keeping my journey too hard.
Okay. So, can you share your personal story, like how from starting being an doctor to reaching to a writer and being a singer also? What was the journey? Can you share your journey
Okay.
with us?
Yes, of course. So I have been a very active learner from the very childhood. Even if I'm watching television or seeing some advertisements, I used to check the finer details of everything. Like if there is a Dettol hand wash ad, I used to pay very fine attention that it says, oh, in 10-20 seconds, that's enough to kill all the bacteria. So my scientific mind used to work that okay, this is the efficiency of this thing, and you know how the things work, how the world works. And I have been very interested in music. My grandfather gifted me a beautiful piano when I was very young on my birthday, and I used to love playing that. And I had this great connection with singing and music. I used to always sing and dance in my holiday time. And, you know, I've been a very organized person with a very good time scheduling lifestyle. So I used to dedicate time to my studies, academics, to my hobbies, to singing, dancing, writing, reading. And this all helped me to become an overall beautiful person, not just in my talents or academics, but I've been a very genuinely nice person at heart and mind. I have got good values. So I found myself capable with all this, that I can wear multiple hats of my choice and have a good, beautiful balance in my life. So my journey has been from the very childhood. It began quite early, and then when I was advancing ahead in my studies, I ensured that I give enough time to my singing, my hobbies. And then I kept in mind, back of my mind, when I was in college, then when I finish my college, I will immediately get on to the full fledged, chasing my dreams, becoming a singer, celebrity. And then after I finish a proper degree, I'll have a academic degree with me of being a doctor. So I will be able to do all this. And my beautiful dream of making immortality possible for humanity. I have good background knowledge and a solid basis of all the research I do, a proper knowledge and training. So it has been a very well organized and systematic, well planned journey. And I am thankful to God Almighty for helping me.
Thing has ever happened like your father or mother was telling you not to become a doctor and to become something else rather than a doctor?
I've been a very smart child. I don't argue with anyone. I don't argue with my elders, my parents, or for anyone for that matter. I'm a very a smart and nice person that way, and very cultured as well. So I never argue with my parents. If anyone says anything, they never stopped me when I was a child. They never said no to anything. But as I grew up, like every other parents, they were like, pay attention to your studies more. These are only extracurricular. And I do understand where they're coming from. It's like, they care for you, they feel worried sometimes. So it's normal at once or twice been saying something like that, but not too much. And I'm a very smart person to just get around my talks and explain anybody beautifully that okay, this is what I want to do. These are my dreams and goals. So no, not any kind of major hurdle from anywhere. They supported me in every possible way they should.
Okay, so can you tell us one thing that people are misunderstood about being a surgeon?
It depends on surgeon to surgeon, individual basis, but if we consider as a whole, probably there is still a bit of scariness. People feel that if we approach a surgeon, we will just get a whole lot of diagnostic tests and surgical procedures, and it will be a scary experience. But not all surgeons are very aggressive with the treatment. In fact, most of them are very kind. I personally am a very kind person. I never like to cut open anyone or just perform a major surgery with a lot of incision or anything. I always prioritize kindness and minimal invasive technique. If possible, I recommend basic allopathy or naturopathy lifestyle change after 1 or 2 months follow up. Only then we go for further surgeries. Even in that, there are lots of beautiful inventions and innovations. Like I have my own concept of radiotherapy, dosage and frequency for shrinkage and eradication surgery. Then there is cryotherapy surgery. There are endoscopy methods with which very minimal length of incision, but just one stitch or two, you can finish the surgery. And it's a wire guiding thing, catheter thing, fusing. So it's just a little small incision. And that endoscope itself has balls sometimes, or for irrigation with infusion sutures, or there is a basket which can take the either a stone out or any kind of anomaly correction like laminectomy, where we have to remove the backside of a vertebra. We have the endoscopy in which we remove the stones. There's lethal. So there is a lot of advancement, and a lot of surgeons prefer these minimal invasive techniques. So I think people should not worry too much and be open uncomfortable about discussing with their doctors or surgeon that I would like minimal invasive or if possible, basic lifestyle changes or radiotherapy or, any kind of endoscopy or lithotherapy. So they should feel more comfortable in talking, discussing with the surgeon, and not feel that surgeons would only mean that the hell lot of scary experience waiting. It's not like that. So there is a lot of good advancement in science, and a lot of surgeons prefer these kind of minimal invasive techniques. And I personally don't. I make it a point that I don't recommend any kind of invasive procedure at all if possible. I'll give you an example. Once patient came to me about he was in 16 or 17 years of age and he was a village farmer. Young guy came with his guardian and he came with a swelling and it was slightly it's not too quick and he had some GI problems, which means stomach and the swallowing tract issue pain. So when you have symptoms altogether as it was lately going towards the early stages of cancer. It used to be malignant. So instead of going for any invasive technique, sometimes doctor surgeons prefer more for when there's a lymph node enlargement. They recommend biopsy, which they take out the lymph nodes and then give it for diagnosis. But what I did was very I recommended him barium you swallow, in which you swallow a liquid and then they take a scan of your GI tract. So we came to know that he didn't have any tumor or any kind of anything. It was just a normal stomach ache, and there was slight enlargement of lymph node. So I recommended him strict lifestyle changes, followed up after 1 month, and then the swelling was and they were so happy. They were so satisfied with the treatment that not even a single prick they had, and the patient was completely recovered. So I'm a very kind person, and I'm sure there are a lot of surgeons like me. I know a lot of surgeons who straight away go for endoscopy or minimal invasive techniques and all recommend patients, explaining them that these are the options. So I think people should not worry too and feel comfortable about this. My first surgery, so I wasn't nervous at all, to be very honest. I only had one focus in my mind that I need to help my. I always have this mindset. I reinforce this thought in my head that my orientation should only be and the priority should always be helping the patient who has come to me in the best possible way. So I was not nervous or doing anything wrong or anything going wrong or anything escalating in any way. I only had my full focus in helping the patient, doing my best, and get the patient out of all diseases and miseries as possible and in the most efficient. So this is my focus, keeping my focus and not thinking too much. At times, like once if the person is saying something that they aren't saying, I have a sensitive heart and I do feel for them. I should help them ASAP and they should be out of all the miseries. And I pray to God to heal them fast. So sometimes if a person says something, I do feel a bit sensitive. Again, I collect myself well, gather myself up together, and I keep my focus on helping the patient in the best possible way.
When you were a child, you was multi-talented from the big at that time, or it took you time to develop those skills, like thinking, writing. It took you time to develop those skills, or you were multi-talented from the beginning.
Okay. So I have been a very good singer and dancer and very smart from the childhood. I was good at academics. I used to come first when I was a little and I used to sing, get all the functions and parties and used to dance a lot. So As a child, from the very beginning, I had these talents. Writing, I wrote, the first thing I wrote was a poem. And it, because I used to read these newspapers, and that was a poem for Panditji, which is like a saint. So it was a very nice, innocent, and mostly writing came late because I was good at academics. I was very dedicated, and I used to be very studious in my school days and college days. So the writing came along as part of the academics. Then also, there was something in my mind that, when I wanted to do films, I had my characters in my mind that this is what I would like to play and build something around this and write something beautiful, which is good for the world, positive for the society. People, my readers feel both and enlightened by knowing something and finding it interesting in a nice and imbibe ideas. And so it was my passion for and for goodness in the world, spreading love in the world, happiness in the world, and also preparing beautiful character for myself to play in the films as well. So with all this mindset, I just combined everything together and used my writing skills, my thinking skills, my scientific skills, my artistic skills to write a beautiful masterpiece. And it's an amazing book. It's called Physico Part 1, and Physico Part 2, The Unknown Living Painting. They're three books. You should give them a read. And there is a coloring book in there.
Okay. So, we see people struggle. Okay. So mostly we see people struggle with one career. So how do you manage so much? Means, you are multi-talented and being an singer, being an surgeon, being an writer. How do you manage all that?
Yes. In human body, we have autonomous nervous system, sympathetic, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic is for attending to emergency situation, a stressful situation. If I'm doing a surgery, any emergency. Parasympathetic is for rest and relax and eating, digestion. When I organize myself, my body enables me to act properly, efficiently, and excellently at different times. I also decide for myself. My ambition was set from the very childhood. I wanted to be a singer. I knew in my mind, I knew in my head that I love to be singer, actor, celebrity, and I wanted to try my best making immortality possible for humanity. So, study about the human body, how the science works, and what I can do, becoming a respectful doctor, trying to helping people in the source. My good mindset helped me, and I was very specific. It's not that every other thing, like when I had all this in mind, I knew this is enough for me. So I kept myself slightly away from sports and other areas. So I didn't let my mind wander. I'm not a kind of person, if I see something attractive or lucrative or interesting, I don't just jump into it. It's not that I didn't find sports interesting or any other profession interesting. It all fascinated me. Engineering fascinated me a lot. There are a lot of things which are fascinating. But then I stuck to my basic pattern and goals in life, basic love in life, that I love music, I love singing, I love to be the celebrity actress, and I wanted to work my best possible. Wanted to give my best possible effort for making immortality possible for humanity. And by God's grace, I have got brilliant ideas by now and my concepts that I can make that happen. So I think what worked for me is that I stuck to my goals, what I decided, and it was from a very childhood. I don't let my mind wander here and there. I don't get swayed away with the things, you can say. I love honestly what I love. So I love singing, I love writing, I love being a doctor. When you do it with good heart and mind, you can give it your best and you feel satisfied even with tiny small successes you get, and that makes it a huge success altogether. So when I used to get praised as a singer or dancer or writer, my patients used to, show their gratitude for my good efforts in healing. It all gave me immense pleasure, immense happiness. Even now, if I always see my likes and comments on my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Even the slightest of comment, it all gives me a lot of happiness and encouragement and keep doing what I. So I think whatever you decide to do in life, whatever career you set in your, you give it to your heart and mind. You love your profession, you love what you are doing, and do it with a good heart and mind, then you will definitely excel at it and you will definitely succeed at it. Also, it's good to think about it. Good to think about the humanity, why you want to do something. Are you contributing to some happiness in the world? Are you bettering the world? Are you something constructive for the world? So I think if you keep the right mind and stick to your goals, love it honestly, I think people can brighten their careers, and it's good to stick with one career and excel at that. It's also good to try two, three things if you have love for them, and then push.
So, ma'am, my question is: do creativity and medical means the combination help you to do your work in your life?
So I'm a creative person in skin grafts, that is human skin graft for trauma patients or paralyzed patients. So in my plan hospital, I'm going to launch my lab with nerve regeneration and nerve innovation techniques. So this is very creative and innovative method. There are something called as autografts and allografts. Autografts from the same patient, allografts from the donor. So we have got some great techniques for preparing scaffold and nerve regeneration with also the ECM left and laminectin, fibronectin, collagen. So it's like dependent on one another, creativity and innovation. And I like keeping both in my mind. So, and I'm very creative with my singing and writing as well. So I would say it helps me in a way. They are, they get an automatic connection when I am creative and bring that innovation to my medical area. So I find it very helpful. I don't have to put extra energy in balancing that, but it helps me basically. And that it's a mutual collaborative excellence I get in both the areas with this.
That do you think that Indian healthcare system is upgrading itself day by day?
Yes, yes. I would say that the year over year growth is almost probably about 21%, if you ask me. Because the way I'm seeing it advancing is really great to witness that people are putting good efforts, doctors, surgeons, medical teams, researchers. They are trying to help people positively, and even government is putting in a lot of financial support. BJP has been doing great work in for with Make in India efforts. Even my planned hospital, I'm approaching BJP to support me, back me up with my plans. I'm also going to launch something called as my doctor PSUK systems for surgeries and therapy, which is totally a unique idea. And it is very effective, not at all painful or invasive or scary for patients. And it will help them recover in the best possible way from any disease. So it's a very unique concept of mine. And this is my plan with my Dr. PSUK hospital. I would say I have seen a lot of research with pharma companies. If you talk about equipments or drug manufacturing or vials formations, there is a lot of developments going on. And India has been one of the best, I would say, in pharmaceutical industries. If you read the stats, India has first or second position, I think, in pharmaceutical industry and pharmaceutical development. UK and US are very ahead as well. So India has been doing great. as far as development is concerned, and especially in the manufacturing of drugs as such, medicines or injections, vials. India is at great position.
That India is a huge exporter of medicines and manufacturer of medicines. So, what's your perspective on this?
So my perspective is that India has been doing excellent at manufacturing, and our manufacturing factories in units are very capable. They have highest quality of machinery and workforce. We have very well trained staff and the team working on the pharmaceutical manufacturing units and industries. It's a great setup, and we are very organized, very efficient, very well trained, and educated. The pipeline of candidates and also the new generation learning their training and education. It's all very well organized and very well said. So I think India is doing great and we have a great name globally. India is seen as a major manufacturer, topmost. It's almost first and second, as I said before. So we are doing great as a great global manufacturer and we have quality, consistency, availability, resources, and also reliability.
Okay, so how do you build confidence when so many people are around you?
Okay, so I think you're asking me about pharmaceutical still or in
How do you
general?
build confidence when so many people are around you?
Oh, in general, okay. So, how I build confidence? To be very honest, I have some exercises which I like to do regularly. So, I call them Superman exercises and Supergirl exercises. So, it's basic breathing and having that good, confident posture. And I like reinforcing my mind that and I like remembering as well like how much effort I have put into this, how long I have been doing this all for. And there is a lot of part which comes from that I love my profession. I love singing. I love being the celebrity actress. I love writing. I love being a doctor. So my love for my profession brings in me the confidence. It imbibes all the confidence I need. And then I have my good exercises as well.
Okay, so what separates a good leader from a great one?
I have written a very good article in my PSUK magazines, which is the best mind has an eye for a good work. And I would recommend that you and your viewers, your audience, podcast audience, you all give it a good read. It's a beautiful article. And basically what it describes is that you can only reach greatness by being good, by removing all the bad elements, by keeping away from all negativity or anything harmful or anything which is not in line with your greatness or with your excellence. So you need that basic goodness. Okay. Now, when you ask me what differentiate a great from a good one, is that time, effort, experience, love, passion, and dedication. You give it to that. When you do your work with a good mind, with a good heart, with a determination that you need to complete this task at a great level, and you consistently do that. Consistency is the key here, that you don't leave your goals or you don't put them aside for something which could be negative for your goals, which could be decreasing the speed with which you reach your goals. So, consistency, goodness, determination, hard work, and a good mind and heart. So, all these things help, and you need to consistently follow all these and love it honestly. Only then you can achieve that greatness. But it's okay to be good as well. As long as you're doing good, you will be in the same zone of greatness and you will be fine.
So, what do you think? What are the three habits that change your life?
Three habits that changed my life.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Three habits that changed my life. So, for this, I have to think of something which I didn't do before. And then I changed my habit. And then it changed my life, technically speaking. Okay. So, I would say I improvise myself in not getting distracted. For example, if I'm studying and I start thinking about some show I watched, or probably some of my idea, I'm thinking, oh, in holidays, I'm going to try this style of dress and I'm going to do this. My focus has gone from the study. So I practice that because I acknowledged that I'm getting distracted when I should not. It's my exam time coming up, or it's my revision time, and I don't have full focus. Like I'm studying for an hour and two, and then if I have set my time for 4 hours study and 2 hours I studied, in half an hour I'm gone dreaming about something. Then I used to be like, I have to increase my focus, decrease my distractions. So what I did for that is, as soon as my mind used to switch, I used to keep some basic notes and I used to write on top of my, you know how you have your diary or your notebook copy, you have a top empty end where you write the important notes or the tips and tricks or the summarized
Yes,
version or
ma'am.
a formula there. So I used to write some good notes and used to reinforce my mind that I should not get distracted. This will increase my efficiency. And whatever I'm planning, for example, if it comes to my mind, I want to try some different kind of dress in the upcoming holidays, or probably on the weekends, I need to do this. I used to make a note of it. I used to write in my diary when I was young. And now I have mobiles and laptops. Everybody, is a high tech world now.
Yes, ma'am.
So I always keep my scheduler, reminders, notes, and everything. So whenever I have some idea and my mind just gets into the whole reverie and dreamland of it, I write it down, I give it 2 minutes, and then I get back to my work. So I develop these final strategies to decrease my distraction and increase my focus in whatever I'm doing. So this is one of the habits I wise on. Another habit I would I won't say it changed because I had that habit from the very beginning, but it has a lot of positive effect in my lifestyle and my health and my efficiency at doing something. So I don't drink tea or coffee. I keep myself away from anything addictive in the slightest manner. So I keep away even from caffeine or any kind of teas. I don't make a habit of green teas as well. I keep away from teas and coffees. I have a habit of drinking milk or yogurt drinks or juices. So this has helped me in maintaining my health, my focus. I don't need extra boost or charge ups to keep myself awake or increase my focus for a task. A little bit of juice or a little bit of sugar fix just does for me. So it's a great habit I have. And it's not just for tea or coffee, anything addictive. If you're taking too much of cocoa as well, if you're taking too much of something and you just get dependent on it, that without it, you can't just feel awakened and you can't focus. Some people have habits of, there are things like soft or the pan and things like that. Even that, I keep myself very, very disciplined, that I don't overtake. I keep my diet very organized. I keep myself away from anything which I might get dependent on or I would need it to be in my proper full form. And this habit has really helped me in being truly efficient constantly, and in all my career I can give enough attention and focus to my careers. I don't need extra charge ups. So this is a very good habit of mine. And another habit which has helped me is being polite. I'm always very polite and I love this habit of mine. Even if I'm in a stressful situation or if somebody is not exactly how I would like another person to be, I still maintain my complete calm and politeness. And this helps me in bettering the environment around me and getting that positive energy which I require and which can actually help the other person or my environment surrounding as well, or sometimes in my team or in general as well. Politeness is a beautiful habit.
if they are lost in their life, then what would you suggest them?
So if somebody's feeling lost in life, first of all, I would say, see, believe in God. First of all, keep a believer heart and mind. Okay, I have a very good song called Churches. I would recommend anybody listening that if we are feeling lost in life, and I can assure you, it will definitely give some kind of motivation, a lot of positivity. You should always remember today on podcast, I would like to convey to them that love yourself. Okay. When you start loving yourself, you will completely eliminate all the negativity from your life, all the negative elements, anything which is draining your energy or making you sad, probably. Or if your mind is just lost and wandering in just a space where you don't know anything what to do, it's best thing to hold God's hand and believe and pray. Think silently, meditate. What is it you love doing, how you can love yourself, how you can take care of yourself more. Breathe a little, breathe fresh air, feel blessed with the beautiful nature. And in my song also, I have written Churches, that is called, and the lines are hold my hands. It's a beautiful message from God. Hold my hand, don't be afraid. You're working well and you will get ahead in life. Whatever you plan, whatever how well you like to live your life's perfect plan. It's all, the blessing of God, and there is a lot of positive energy which we call God in the world. So believe in that, believe in yourself, and love yourself in a way that you take care of yourself. You dedicate some time and energy in bettering your health, eating healthy, drinking lots of water, breathing out in fresh air, having a happy discussion with your family, your friends, or your teachers, your guides, or even listening to happy music. Like I have very good motivational songs, so I would recommend my listener and podcast listeners today to listen my songs and think positive, plan for their life, keep a diary, make your timetable, have a waking up time, sleeping time, your lunch and dinner timing, and your life will get back on track and you will know what to do. You won't feel lost anymore.
Okay, so one habit everyone should try from today. What should that one habit everyone should start doing today?
Okay, I give my fans or listeners, they want my guidance on one habit. So I'll be very honest and very nice, thinking about their success and well-being in whatever they are trying to do. Is keeping and sticking to your schedule and timetable. Even if you don't succeed in accomplishing your goal or maintaining your timetable today, at least you have something written down. At least you know you tried today and you can make it better tomorrow or probably after a week. But it will be a good journey. It will be an effort worth making. So I would say one habit which can change your life wondrously and get a lot of positivity in your life is keeping a timetable and sticking to your timetable.
Okay, ma'am. So this was a nice podcast with you, and thank you for joining our podcast, Discovering Out, and thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. It was my immense pleasure. You had great questions, and I really loved your nice, pleasant vibe. You're doing great, and congratulations to you as well for a brilliant idea coming out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you to all uh, for being till the end of this episode, and I will really appreciate if you come again tomorrow with the same energy, with the same thinking, so that you feel good and energized and you